The reason we joined is because it's become a hub of activity. And actually, many of the clients that we work with and that we want to work with are members of the foundation. And they're selecting technology that's in here. And the reason they're doing that is because they can trust the organization, they can trust the way the code base is being managed, the way it's been open sourced, the governance around that. And that's become the de facto standard, I think, in our industry.
Contributing to open source, and you're seeing the community and the feedback from the open source community. You know what you're working for, and that kind of gives you a goal and sense of contributing fully to the ecosystem.
Our experience with the community is extremely welcoming. It really felt like we were, in many ways, coming home to a group that has had very similar interests that we've had, but we've been kind of out there in the wilderness, building our own stuff, kind of in isolation, and we come back now as a set of people with like-minded values, and just the whole idea of helping support each other do great work.
We are very happy to be part of LF Decentralized Trust. We believe in open standards development, and standards development in the end is one of the most important ways to move technology forward.
We have the opportunity to participate with other leaders in the industry who are creating the next wave of technology and being ahead of the market in terms of knowing what new innovations are coming. This allows us to be relevant to our clients and also allows us to deliver solutions for them in a way that is differentiated from not participating.
You don't really see when you look at the code project, but under the covers there's a lot of work involved to build a community. So I'm really happy to be a member because I get a lot of resources from these guys and actually learn a lot on how to build communities.
And we know it's a high quality foundation. We trust Linux Foundation. We know this is the best open source foundation. And we got a lot of support from Linux Foundation, Decentralized Trust. And we believe this is going to be a foundation that's going to grow. And we like to put our code in this trusted open source foundation.
We wanted to be able to participate as part of the larger group in the development of our L1. And we wanted to be able to be part of a trusted organization for open source governance.
In order to have this availability of great projects with a great community, with great quality, and of course with a great team.
I think to be part of an ecosystem, I think that's most important. So as even today, over the last 2 days, we've been able to meet a lot of members and network with them and exchange ideas and talk about use cases, how it could benefit different market segments and customer segments and so on.
Japanese clearinghouse run on the US clearinghouse and CSV. So that's a case of really good partnership for the corroborate global combination.
We started the India chapter in 2019. By then it was a very small community in few cities, but it grew like a wildfire when we identified communities in each city in India.
I see some of the work that I've been doing in the standardization of some of the protocols and the work that we're doing at Trust over IP. We see a great opportunity in order to be able to contribute that to the LFDT community and then to further use that in implementation in other projects.
It is one of the warmest welcoming communities and really does focus on how we invite others in and invite everyone to contribute.
LFDT provides structure to the open source community, especially in terms of the business aspect. Sometimes you're using something in a very siloed manner and then find out just through conversation that, okay, well, this has a much wider use case than we thought. There's so much more potential for this. Why don't we explore it? So it's great for Oracle. I think it's great for everyone else.
Other members and participants and maintainers, these people are extremely helpful and extremely collaborative. On each step we take across the ecosystem, we found good people that want to work on the products, that want to help, want to support what we're working on. So, I find it extremely, extremely helpful.
We had a lot of benefits. We got connection with new people and we conducted some POCs with those companies. So it means a lot.
It allows multiple projects who are working to solve the similar problems to come together.
Working together, we can address some of the challenges that are common to many companies. Very qualified people around the globe. They are working together as a team with you.
And so there's only so much you can really say as not a technologist. I can go to DC and I can try to explain the technology as best I can. I can talk about the benefits. Where am I sourcing that from though? It's those who are building it. And so being able to have that platform where we can be their advocate, but only can get the talking points directly for them, it's critically important.
Everyone's an expert in their field. They have great insight. They're extremely earnest, and they're willing to share both accolades and even times in which they failed, right? And I think that's something that's quite important, right, when you're trying to build something of this scale.
And we get a lot of support from other members as well. So we think that gaining knowledge, getting open source community support, and develop an open source project, this is the best place to host our code.
We've joined other organizations before, and once we're in, it was actually, there wasn't that much going on. And I think the case in this one is it's the other way around. The Linux Foundation Decentralized Trust, it's actually growing and it's diversifying and it's reaching more projects and more clients.
A strong relationship of trust, not only trust of code, and of course you have the trust and reliability of the blockchain, but trust among people, among this team right here that help us every day in order for us, from the technical perspective or to the business perspective, to achieve our goals.
One of the real benefits of being a member is, the networking and the collaboration opportunities. It's really just a great group of people, and they're all passionate about technology and like to build great things.